Welcome back to the O Show. Everything crypto every single day. I'm Wendy O, and today we have Adam. He is from BlankSquare. He's going to talk to us a little bit about his project and some things in crypto that are kind of under the radar that really need to be addressed. So, Adam, tell us a little bit about yourself and what is BlankSquare?
Hey everyone. So first of all, thanks for having me. I'm Adam. I'm CEO of BlankSquare. I'm in crypto for almost 8 years right now, previously being founder of Aleph Zero, and then we've worked with ZK team to form BlankSquare, the privacy middleware.
Nice.
Myself,
Nice.
I do have PhD in math, although lately I rather focus on management and project management. And regarding the BlankSquare, so we're composable privacy stack, plug and play SDK for mainly wallets in EVM ecosystem. So while we do ship our own products, we already have a web app live on Base. The main focus for us is to provide a middleware that existing wallets can easily integrate to provide privacy for their users. And our entire business model is focused on providing privacy where the users already are, rather than convincing them to come to our app.
No, and that's absolutely amazing. You guys are focusing on privacy primarily because we're in this world where I want to say in crypto, it's almost like we crypto and we Bitcoin because we want some sort of privacy, but in actuality, everything is public on the blockchain. So you're not getting a whole lot of privacy, but it is important to research and to get well versed into privacy tools so that you kind of limit your digital footprint a little bit, especially that everything that's been happening with all the brand new laws, whatnot with crypto, that things are going to become more and more public. So at the end of the day, privacy is incredibly important. And I've got a question for you. Why do you think privacy matters so much right now in crypto?
Well, it kind of matters from the early beginning. I think initially people thought that Bitcoin is private enough just because you don't put a name on your address. I think we are all aware that it's not enough, and there are specific companies that actually specialize in connecting the dots that are not maybe visible for unarmed eye. I think like the current development of AI is also kind of important in this context. It's gonna be way easier to connect all the dots that are very hard to connect for the human. Like, I don't know, within a year, within the 2 years, all the breadcrumbs we are living on chain right now will eventually be connected. So unless they are cryptographically secured. So this is why we think that it's relevant now more than ever, and why it's possible now more than ever is due to the ZK advancement. So in the early days, like, that was literally not possible to make a private transaction. I remember times where it took over a minute to compute a proof for Zcash transaction. Right now, we have a proving time below 1 second on many user devices. So I think this is finally the time where it's possible to integrate privacy into existing products in such a way that it's actually barely noticeable.
No, I totally agree. And I love the fact that you brought up AI too, because AI is kind of taking the entire world by storm. And there's still a big privacy debate with that, but we won't get into that too much today. But I do want to know, how is BlankSquare's approach to privacy different from other privacy projects? And try not to get too technical because I'm not a tech savvy person. I know you've got your PhD in math and all those things, and that's amazing. However, I need you to break it down simple for me.
Okay, I'm not gonna be talking much about math because the core of the difference is actually not technical, but in our go-to-market approach. So the majority of ambitious privacy projects right now are focusing or on either building an entirely separate ecosystem where they want to reimagine DeFi in a private way, or alternatively are building user-facing products, and they are trying to convince people to use their products instead of, well, using MetaMask or whatever they have been using before. So our take differs because our offer is mainly for existing products. We have a business offering for wallets, and we think this is the way to go. So like for the wallets right now, the main revenue driver is are integrated swaps, we are bringing another revenue driver for wallets, so integrated privacy. Right now, market seems to accept the fact that there are fees for private transfers, so this seems very natural as a new revenue source for the wallets, and this is what we see as the core driver that can actually bring the privacy to the masses. So to give wallets the incentive to actually integrate the privacy so that the end users can enjoy it in whatever products they are using right now, rather than rethinking their entire flow of how they interact with crypto.
So we want wallet developers to add this because you're talking about integrating with already existing tools. How hard would this be, and how would you help them?
So right now we do have already one integration that is live, which is Tably. That's not actually a wallet per se. That's a move to earn application. But why we did that is that it's an amazing showcase. This is an application with over 100K real users, and while the transfers there are usually very small in amount, there is quite a lot of these transfers. So like our core idea here is to show that this is so smooth and so unnoticeable when we can integrate it into such an app and still have users not being annoyed by delays and by other privacy shenanigans. So how it's going to work for the nearest future is that we do offer full technical support for the integration, and we have also budget for grants for the wallets. And integration is actually really easy. It takes 1 to 2 weeks with our support and with our financial incentives. That's relatively short road, and then we offer the revenue share for the fees. So I think it's pretty attractive.
Nice, nice. Now, sometimes privacy triggers compliance concerns. How are you going to address this? Like, what is a happy medium in the balance here?
So we want to be open here. This is something like that's the main question we got asked from the wallet. So like, guys, is it legal? I mean, like, yeah, we're kind of interested, but you know how it works with privacy. So what we do is we want to leave choices open for the wallets. We ourselves are building what we call a shielder guard. This is a fraud protection mechanism that's I believe the strongest on the market right now, as it allows for retroactive review, which is a controversial option. The idea here is that there will be an on-chain process through the DAO where it's going to be possible to reveal a transaction after it happened. And this means that this privacy is not unconditional. But we believe that this is the option that we need to leave open for the wallets, because definitely, at least initially, not everyone will be brave enough to adopt a solution where the transactions are unconditionally private due to legal concerns. So we greatly prefer wallets to integrate this privacy conditional rather than not integrate it at all. So like how I like to think about it is WhatsApp versus Signal. Right now, the biggest messenger that offers unconditional privacy is WhatsApp, even though they did not start with these hardcore ideas. They just grew into that.
Okay, got it, got it. And then as far as BlankSquare, where is it today on your roadmap? What's next? And is there anything special that you can tell us? Like, we got to get a little bit of alpha for the audience here.
Right. So right now we're live on base, as I just said, with the web app. We are going to be releasing the mobile app, which is another showcase within weeks, and we're preparing for the major event, which is launch on Ethereum. So this should happen within the next month as well, and within the next quarter, the plan is to have a coverage of all the major EVM chains, because as we see it, like what we want to optimize for is the offer for the wallets. So
Right.
like wallets, of course, want us to be wherever their users are, and where their users are mostly on these major EVM chains. So this is the initial plan. Then we have the idea for additional integrations. So this is the very base of what we're doing are private transactions. But then you may start thinking, well, where else the privacy can make a difference? So, for example, a natural class of crypto users are liquidity providers, and the natural class for which privacy makes sense. Because how like this is going to be slightly technical, but not too much. So when you want to make a private transaction, what matters is that you need to enter shielded pool, and you cannot just straight after exit the shielded pool with the same amount, because it's going to be trivial for anyone to see that, well, it's obviously the same person, because there was like 0.11 if going in, and 5 seconds later the same amount went out. So this is obviously very, very bad pattern. So this waiting inside of the pool is, well, it's not a perfect user experience, but liquidity providers are doing that anyway. In every crypto product there in existence, if you are a liquidity provider, you're locking your capital for a longer period. So it makes very much sense to change all these liquidity pools that are out there into shielded pools, because why not offer this additional benefit for all these users which are anyway locking their capital in place? And these users can then serve as a crowd, sort of, where other users seeking fast transaction can hide. So these are the well, kind of like missing a word here, synergies. Yeah, which are the synergies.
And it sounds like you guys are into interoperability as well, as you're working from going from one chain to other chains, because in my personal opinion, interoperability is the future.
Definitely. Initially, we were exploring EVM chains, but yes, I think like the future experience of wallets, as I see it, is that is text-like experience where you choose the address where you want to send, choose the chain where you want to send, and well, choose the amount and click send, rather than choose which particular bridge would you like to use and, well, I don't know, enter the web app of this particular bridge. This is not a perfect UX, so definitely that's something that we also want to offer, the interchain private transactions.
Awesome, awesome. And in closing over here, where should builders or users go to learn to get more involved? Because again, privacy is incredibly important. If you're watching this and if you're not really familiar about privacy, I highly recommend you check out BlankSquare. They're going to really, really give you a lot of foundation on why privacy matters, especially in Web3.
So definitely follow us on X for all the news, BlankSquare XYZ on X. Then BlankSquare.io is our domain, and there you can find our Telegram chats. We're usually quite available. So I think if you ask on Telegram, you're gonna get the answer the same day. And like regarding integrations, just go straight away to GitHub, grab the SDK, or read our docs also at BlankSquare.io.
Perfect. Adam, thank you so much for coming on. And again, you guys, privacy does matter, and I highly recommend that you take a look at what BlankSquare is doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.